everybody, and welcome back to the Young Break Musicians with me, Roxy.
And with me, Connor.
Hi.
Hello.
So last week we took
it on the road.
We were on the road.
We took it on the road.
Yeah, we did. This is so weird doing this without headphones as well.
It is strange.
This is a bit weird.
We did the whole weekend without these mics as well.
We did. We used SM58s, didn't we?
I always forget it's SM58s, not 7. Different mic, different game.
Indeed. It
But
is indeed.
It was cool. I had a lot of fun.
It was really good fun.
We got so many people on. We had Mel. Absolutely love her.
We love Mel.
Funniest one was Electric Black.
They were just crazy.
They're nuts.
In all the right ways. We have to get quite a few of these back.
We've got a few guests lined up, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Do we talk about
coming
them now?
back and also we've got some really exciting guests coming as well. Oh my god!
Well, this is released. When is this released? Like not next week. This is out in a week or so. But by the time this is out, hopefully we would have been off to London for a podcast.
For a podcast
with a particular export from Wales.
Yes. Yes, with a very awesome individual that we are buzzing.
We are buzzing.
To interview.
She's done me a solid.
She has.
So happy days to her.
Happy days.
What else have we got? Oh, that's my phone going off.
Do you want to put your phone on silent?
How unprofessional of me.
That's really bad of you. I think we should start with some music news.
We can't hear it, but it's there. It's playing.
It's playing. And I'm gonna do a really solid fade out.
Okay.
Do you want to start with your music news?
So, I don't know what is my first music news.
KSI.
Oh yeah, KSI. So I didn't really do the music news research this week. So KSI, big YouTuber, someone's best friend. Little hint to whoever that guest is next. So yeah, KSI. He has been working very hard to break out, like to make it mainstream with his music rather than just be a YouTuber who does music. He's now just sort of trying to be a musician, an artist, and he's done bits. He's also just said that he'll dye his hair blue if he gets to #1 this week. So that would be pretty dope.
KSI. So KSI's hair is just, for those of you who don't know who KSI is, that's really sad.
That's really bad.
But yeah, for those of you who don't know, KSI, I feel like he's famous for his hair.
I think he's famous for his hair, his many hairstyles. He's had some really bad ones. I mean, he went bald ski. He had the yellow noodles. Then he had the little mountain. And now he's, for like the last 3 years, he's been growing his hair out and he dyed it red.
Yeah.
And it looks cool. It used to be like banging reds, but now he's like got them braided and tied back.
Yeah.
His forehead though, man. His forehead. I mean, I can't talk because my hairline is like disappearing every day, but his forehead. His Reddit rip him apart.
Oh, bless him.
But he knows it.
I just want to defend him.
I love KSI.
I think he's awesome.
So many people on YouTube owe their careers to that guy, so he's a legend.
Yeah, they really do.
And he put out a song with a producer called Nathan Dorr. If you haven't heard of him, he did that track. I'll bring you flowers in the pouring rain. Yeah, he did that. And they released the original version with like Ella Henderson all chipmunked. I didn't realise it was her until she posted it on her Instagram.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was her on the original, but they'd like auto-tuned and chipmunked her to make her sound like dancey.
That's actually pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. And they, yesterday, as of recording this, they released an acoustic version.
Do you know what? You showed me this and I was like, damn, this is incredible.
It's really good. And the thing that I love, KSI always not brags, but always makes the point to say that he writes his own music, and he does.
Yeah.
If you look on like songwriting credit websites, he is a songwriter. He's listed there. Yeah. Unlike other people like Jake Paul and Rice Gum, who don't write their own music and use ghostwriters, which we'll get onto later about faking stuff, music-wise. Yeah, they released an acoustic version, and it is incredible.
Yeah,
love it.
Really is. I
KSI
love it.
wrote a completely new verse for it as well.
I listened to it. You showed it to me. You did a review.
I did a review of it
yesterday, didn't you? That's hit quite a few already, isn't it?
It's in a 2.5k views, and I got like 60 subs from it. So win.
That's really, really sick. Well done.
It is good, and I've only had 2 dislikes, so win.
I mean, that was me.
That was you.
On both of my profiles, so it's all good. It's all good.
And your mum.
Yeah, that was me and mum. Yeah, yeah. So don't worry about them. It's fine. Who cares? Who cares about the 2 dislikes? It's fine. Yeah. So it's been a really good time for KSI, hasn't it? Really.
He's doing bits. I mean, he got a number 2 album for his debut.
He did,
his debut solo album. I was wanting it to be number 1 because he said if he'd go bald if it got to number 1.
That would have been really fun.
I mean, he copped out of it because it went to number 1 in Ireland, but he specifically said number 1 in the UK. So I was like, damn, I wanted KSI to go bald ski.
That's fair enough.
But no, he's doing bits. He's done some really cool features. Although he has, of recent, had some beef with one of the features on the album.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So KSI is due to fight Jake Paul some point next year. Obviously, he beat Logan fair and square.
Yes.
He beat Logan. But
so for those of you who don't know what that is all about,
YouTube boxing scene.
YouTubers box each other.
Yeah. It's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, very entertaining.
I mean,
and the hype is real.
The hype is mad for it. Honestly. Like, I didn't expect the KSI Logan rematch, like the part 2, to sell out, and it did.
Yeah.
Didn't expect it would, but it did, just because they longed it out so long since the first one. But KSI is due to fight Jake Paul in a few.
Which is Logan Paul's
brother. I was going to say something else, but I'll be reserved. But he's not nice. Not a nice guy. Who's recently been raided by the FBI as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Goes to show. And yeah, KSI did a track on his album called Wake Up Call with a rapper called Trippie Redd. And Trippie Redd recently was hanging out with Jake Paul, even though he's featured on a KSI track, which doesn't really look good. So KSI and Trippie Redd have been beefing and stuff, and KSI's been like, oh, I gave you your first UK number, like top 10, like, you know,
Madness. Beef.
What's your music news?
My music news is Dua Lipa.
Love a bit of Dua Lipa.
We love Dua Lipa on this channel, but she has just done basically a remake of Physical, her song Physical.
Tune. I love that song because it's sort of like a cross between like Madonna and Gaga.
Honestly, like I went cycling like a few weeks back because I don't cycle often. And I literally
locked out, everyone's exercising. Why are you running? Where are you running to?
And I put Physical on in my headphones, and I genuinely thought that I could conquer the world.
Oh, it's a proper empowering song.
It is a tune.
Same with the opening track to her album.
Yes.
That's a good song.
Yeah, for those of you who haven't listened to Dua Lipa's new album, go do that because
I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay.
I think it'll win a Grammy.
Do you think?
I think it'll win a Grammy.
Oh, I hope so because I love it.
I really hope so. She's doing bits.
Yeah, she is. But. So she did a remake.
Haven't got it.
She did a remake of Physical with Gwen Stefani and with Mark Ronson, didn't she?
Love Mark Ronson. Everything that guy does. I mean, Valerie, he did stuff with Adele, Elton John, Paul McCartney, Queens of the Stone Age. So everything that he's worked on, he's done really well.
Yep.
But we're not a fan.
This track is just no.
No, it sounds really different.
I mean, I love the track so much that there are certain tracks that you should just not touch.
It's the same with films.
Unless they did it either acoustically.
Yeah, acoustically. That's good.
With Gwen Stefani doing some of the verses, because not gonna lie, Gwen did sound amazing.
She sounded amazing, but the way they changed the song up, like they changed the melodies and the beats to it, it just sounded really different.
And then the bit where it's like, who needs to go to sleep when I got you next to me?
Yeah.
They cut it out.
Yeah, I love that line because it showcased like Dua Lipa's proper like British, not chavvy, but British voice, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's her like being sassy.
That's Dua Lipa.
And you've just literally got rid of one of the favourite lines out of it, and it's like, that's really annoying.
I know.
So I was annoyed.
If they kept like the song the same, like the same melody wise, same groove wise, maybe added some new instrumental bits, and maybe just did like Gwen Stefani just coming in on the second verse and then for the second chorus and then doing like a massive big outro on the chorus, that would have been dope.
Yeah, like harmonies. Think of the harmonies between Gwen Stefani and Dua Lipa.
That would have been awesome. It's like when Billie Eilish did the remix or re-release of Bad Guy with Justin Bieber.
I didn't like it.
It was okay. I don't think they needed it, but
No.
if they did that, but with like physical, where he just did his own verse, he rewrote a verse.
Yeah.
That would have been better, I think.
Yeah, it would have been. And I think it's just like, there are just certain songs that, one, don't try and remake them, because when they're the best that they can possibly be, just don't, because it will never live up to it.
It's like film franchises. Just, if there was a really great film, don't ruin it by doing like a half-assed sequel.
Cats.
Cats.
I haven't actually seen it.
It's not good. It's not good.
But it's got the most, like,
it actually scares me.
reviews.
Like, it gives me nightmares.
Why?
They just don't look like anything I've ever seen. They're not cats. They're not people. They're like, I don't know, like aliens and stuff. And there's so many bad, like, CGI things. I mean, it's a box office film. It's an Andrew Lloyd Webber musical turned into a film.
Yeah.
And they botched it so badly. Like, what's her face? Judi Dench. Judi Dench. She's Dench. They CGI. Obviously, they wear like the CGI suits.
Yep.
There's so many scenes where you can still see her wedding ring.
I mean, that's
in the
so
CGI.
bad.
And James Corden's in it. Like, so that just instantly drops it a few stars.
I mean,
when he was Smithy, it was fine.
I quite like his carpool karaoke.
He doesn't drive though. It's fake.
No, I know.
I was a bit disappointed.
But then again, no, I'm not disappointed.
Because safety and stuff, but
yeah, like,
it's like a lie.
It is a bit of a lie.
It's like Disaronno and Nutella. It's a lie.
Yeah, we need to do an episode on misspelt and mispronounced words.
Misheard lyrics.
Misheard lyrics would be brilliant.
My favourite one is that Black Eyed Peas song. You know, the gotta get. I hear it as gotta Kit Kat.
Gotta Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Gotta Kit Kat. I like that. And also, I Want You Back for Good. I'll wash your back.
I'll wash your back. See, another one of my favourite is hold that gorilla, let me look in your eyes.
Hold that gorilla.
Hold that gorilla. I heard it when I first heard that song by James Bay. I heard it in Primark, and it was through like muffled speakers, and I was like, sing about gorillas. And then when I actually like Googled hold back and then it came up with River, and I was like, oh, I feel stupid now.
Oh, I'm trying to think of what the other ones are.
There's a One Direction one as well. What's it? It's not It Makes You Beautiful. And then the misheard lyric is you're my crib tonight, you keep making me reek, instead of you keep making me weak.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's loads. We'll have to go through them.
You keep making me reek. That would be perfect for Game of Thrones fans.
Reek. What a character. He had the best storyline. Best like character development.
Theon.
Yeah, Theon Greyjoy.
Yeah, he really did.
Although I didn't like him in the last series where he jumped off the boat.
Although...
Or was that series... What series was that?
Although he did go back for Sansa.
He did go back, but when what was it? Who's the other guy? His brother or uncle or something?
Theon and... Oh, no, it's his auntie. His sister. His sister.
But who's the other one?
I don't know.
The bad guy who like simped for Cersei.
It's the bad guy. Duh.
Yeah, when he was like fighting on the boat and then he just jumped in the water and just legged it. He's just come so far from being Reek.
I know, but he will always be Reek.
He will always be Reek.
He always will be. So this isn't music news. However, I really loved this news.
Far away.
So apparently in some Cornish towns, this is so cool. There are...
I'm going to Cornwall in a few weeks. So,
are you?
Yeah.
That's really cool. We're also going to Brighton next week, aren't we?
We are going to Brighton next week. Young Broke Musicians on tour.
Yeah, to interview a wonderful friend of the podcast.
Yes. Keeping It Country with Georgia Nevada.
Yeah.
On her single release day.
Indeed.
Which will be pretty cool.
Yeah, and she's getting a tattoo that day, isn't she?
Yeah, she was going to get a tattoo on Wednesday when we were going to do an interview, but scheduling wise we couldn't. And so we said, yeah, are you free Friday? And she said, yeah, I'm getting a tattoo that day as well. I mean, she's going to be like purple.
Yeah, she's
going to be battered and bruised.
Oh, bless her heart. So, but there is some news. So in Cornish towns, which is really cool, there are people dressing up as pirates trying to enforce social distancing.
I love this.
So they basically got their swords, which are like the meters that you need to stay away from each other.
2 meter long swords.
2 meter long swords. And they're basically like, stay away from each other. and they're like, stay to the left or stay to the right, or basically.
And if you don't,
like
they lob a Cornish pasty at your head or something.
I mean, I love Cornish pasties, so I'd just be doing everything wrong. But yeah, so I thought that was really cool.
I think it's sick. It's a
people
fun
are
way
creative
to.
with it.
It's making light of a bad situation.
It is. It's basically taking Karens. It's basically taking a Karen. And for those of you who don't know who Karen is the stereotypical woman who complains about everything.
Who complains to the store manager that she can't use expired coupon codes.
I mean, that's my mum. I love it.
I think every mum's got a little bit of Karen in them at some point, haven't they?
I think you've got to have a bit of Karen.
You got to have a bit of Karen. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's been going on, and I think that's absolutely sick. It's pretty dope.
I think that's really cool. Also, we have just discovered that someone has done a cover of Better Now by Post Malone.
Now, I love Post Malone. I watched his entire 3-hour-long podcast with Joe Rogan where they were both high on mushrooms, and it was the funniest thing. Honestly, it was hilarious. They were talking about aliens, phones tracking you, music, talking about his wine. It was a roller coaster of topics and emotions.
Was it?
And he's just so down to earth. Like the other day, for raising money for like Black Lives Matter or COVID, something like that. But he did like a live stream gig.
Yeah.
It was him, 2 of his like bandmate friends, and Travis Barker from Blink-182 on drums.
Nice.
And they did an entire Nirvana set, all wearing dresses. Like they were all just like wearing dresses like Kurt Cobain used to do. And he was playing guitar. He was like doing lead parts as well. He's so freaking good.
Is he?
Yeah. It annoys me because he does all this like trappy stuff, which I like.
Yeah.
But when he does his acoustic and real band stuff, he shines.
Yeah.
He shines. And someone has done it. Someone's done a cover of Post Malone.
And someone who we probably never ever would expect.
No.
It's Rick Astley.
Mr. Trollololol himself.
Trollololol.
Because you know when you used to like click on a video that you thought, oh yeah, I've been searching for this video, and it comes up with Rick Astley dancing.
Yeah.
Like that video's just recently been removed from YouTube. The original clickbait video of like, I can't remember what the video was, but it then ended up like they played 2 seconds of the video and then it went into Rick Astley dancing.
I love Rick Astley.
So he's done a cover of Better Now. Better Now by Post Malone. Yeah. It's quite interesting, wasn't it? Yeah. He's been posting a few covers on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, he has.
Let me find them.
He has.
Whilst you have a little waffle.
Whilst you're finding them, I'm going to talk about my track of the week.
Oh yeah, go
for it. I was on Facebook, scrolling through Facebook as you do, and all of a sudden I saw something pop up by an artist called Lindsay L. Now, she's sort of like new country, that kind of vibe. Nice. I'm not going to lie, I was like, oh, do I click on this? Do I not? Like, honestly, best thing I've done this week. Well, no, it's not the best thing I've done this week, but...
He's done some more covers.
Has he? Give me a sec.
This is gold.
So, Lindsay L, I'm going to see if we can try and tag you in this somehow, because...
I'll give a tag on Twitter or something. I listened to the whole album after listening to one song, and I was like, oh my God, this woman's great. The track that I really love, the track is Hits Me. It's about a breakup, and it's about her sort of going out and everything. Oh, sorry, I got the sniffles. She got the snuts.
Let's cut that out.
Coronavirus.
Let's cut that out. So, track of the week for me is Lindsay L. Hits Me. It's an amazing song for you guys. Go and check it out. It's really cool. She's sort of like a new country kind of vibe. Love her. I think she's great. I think she's absolutely great.
Nice. See, my track of the week is Lighter, the acoustic version. But Rick Astley he's been working. So he's done some covers. He's posting regularly on his YouTube channel. It's really weird. He's done like a little welcome to my YouTube channel trailer. But he's done a cover of Everlong by Foo Fighters.
Okay. Titanium. By Sia.
Yeah, Titanium. And then he's done his Better Now. And there's just like loads of random videos of him just playing guitar. Oh, he's done Ain't No Sunshine as well.
I love that song.
That's a tune. Oh, good old Rick Astley. He's become a YouTuber now.
Oh,
What a legend.
love it.
Love a bit
it.
of Rick Astley.
Yeah, so your track of the week.
My track of the week, Lighter, Ella Henderson, KSI, Nathan Dorr, the acoustic version.
Amazing.
It's my jam.
Whilst we're on the subject of doors.
Doors. Yeah, good. That was a good segue, actually. That was a very, very good segue. Although we can't hear it. But
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'd like to thank my mum and my dad. Thank you. So.
And your daughter.
Oh, my new little baby.
You've got a daughter.
Oh yeah, a little bit of news. I bought a hamster. She is honestly like the sweetest thing ever. She's adorable. I literally go into my room and she sits there and she knows I'm there and she jumps up on a log and I put my hand out there.
Although she's a bit of a slob.
She is a bit of a slob. Honestly, she sits in her food bowl and then just kicks out everything else that she doesn't want. Oh my God, she's such a sassy cow she is. But I love her and
she's lovely.
She is lovely.
Not to vets though.
No, she bit a chunk out of the vet. It was really funny.
Bit a chunk.
Literally.
Chunks of vet.
Literally. Chunks of vet. Love that. Yeah, but she's awesome. She's pretty awesome. So yeah. Anyway,
Doors.
Hamster
doors.
Okay, so for those of you who know, Connor and I are musicians.
We are, and we're back gigging, sort of, now. I've got my first indoor gig tonight, which leads to a certain group of people. They're not like Karens. Well, actually, no, not Karens. We'll just call them door hoggers.
Oh my God.
They love doors. When we're loading in and out equipment, it's heavy stuff. It's big stuff. It's not like, we rock up with a little Roland Cube.
Yeah.
We rock up with a full PA, mic stands, guitars.
Yeah.
Sheet music stands, folders and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Pub doors aren't exactly the biggest places.
No,
pubs, they're old.
Not just doors, but hallways. Or just when you're going through a corridor. When they're standing by
your car in the car park, car doors.
So Connor and I want to have a little rant. Basically,
I've got two rants today.
When we're going to a gig and we want to get into the venue, set up or get out of the venue.
Yeah, that's the worst.
And basically people don't see that you're carrying two great big massive speakers and then they're just like, you're like, oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. Dude, move out of the way. So for me, it really bugs me and they can see you're there. And if you're coming through a door, right, wait for a sec. I am on it, right? If you're coming through a door, right, and there is a person who has the opportunity to hold the door open for you as you've got your hands full and everything, then they don't hold the door for you. No. They walk straight through, which means that you have to wait for them when you've got heavy equipment.
Rude.
It's very rude. And actually, I'm quite petite, in fairness. I'm not a hench woman or a hench guy. My muscles aren't that strong, right? So I get shoulder pains and back pains from carrying all of my equipment all the time.
Fair.
So it really bugs me.
We're musicians, we're always in pain.
Yeah, we are always in pain, mentally and physically.
You think we're joking? We're not.
But it really bugs me when people are like, "Oh no, I'm going to walk through first," and you have to smile. You're like, after you. Yeah, and it really annoys me. So that is my little rant over.
Lots of back of the knees are kicked during that time.
See, I don't. I just go, "Excuse me, I don't want to hurt you. Sorry, excuse me, I don't want to hurt you."
Yeah, I don't kick people in the back of the knees, but eventually you got to just do like a little shove to let them know they're there. It's so annoying.
It's annoying when you say excuse me and then one person notices you, right? And they don't tell that person to move who they're talking to, and it's like
just a simple like get one of your mates to just like a little hand on the back to sort of steer them away. Like how hard is that? Or when they think taking one step makes a really big difference.
Oh my God.
It's like people who walk in front of a camera and they think going like that will make a difference.
Seen that.
If you watched the episode, was it with Dan or with Lawrence?
Yeah, it was with Dan.
No, it was with Lawrence.
Oh, was it?
It was with Lawrence because you were going like that to the guy.
Oh, yeah.
So there was bless him, big up the Wellington staff, but he walked right in front of our camera behind us and you could see him duck. I mean, what much difference does
He
it
was
make?
standing as well. It was quite funny.
Bless him.
But yeah, I mean, I don't mind that.
I don't mind
too
that. It's
much.
just
I don't mind
like that, innit?
It's just like people. When we're gigging, and then if a venue has put a table out and it says reserved at 8:30 for a singer, right? And
then
people
they
are
sit
there, and they're still sat there,
With
and
their
you're like,
drinks.
sorry guys, I'm gonna have to move you out the way. I've got to set up here, and they're like, we're not finished with our drinks. I'm like, I don't care. You can drink that
Read the
somewhere
sign.
else. Read the
Go to the
sign. It's
bar.
already
This
reserved
is
for
Stay in
me.
your lane. This is my turf. Stay off my lawn.
Yeah, it's just little musician things that really get to me. Really get to
Little
me.
gripes about, like, there's bits that I've missed about gigging for like the last few months, and I am looking forward to gigging inside again, just because I know I don't have to rely on the weather anymore, which is pretty handy. But I'm not gonna miss like shuffling in with gear and, you know, saying excuse me a million times. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird gigging inside.
It is.
It's gonna be really strange.
I think I'm gigging inside tonight,
Nice.
and I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm pretty calm about it. It's just the fact that, you know, we can't play as loud, can't encourage people to, you know, sing along and dance and vibe.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be weird, but I'm looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to it.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, it is.
Although big up to the Sugar Mill in Bourne, because Tom, who is a massive camera geek like us,
Tom is a legend.
he's an absolute legend. He wants like a little regular thing with this, and he's like chucked me. Obviously, he's paying me for like my 2 sets, and he said, "Oh, because you're like driving like an hour and a half to like come here, we've booked you a hotel room.
I love that.
Nice little 4-star hotel.
Oh,
Weird flex, but okay. But yeah, like it.
I love
So
that.
big up, Tom.
Yeah, well
Looking
done,
forward
Tom.
to catching up with him, nerding over camera gear.
Oh,
Hashtag Canon shooter.
hell yeah, fellow Canoner.
Canoner. None of this Nikon stuff.
None of this Nikon stuff.
Although
Definitely not.
I think Nikon are slightly doing better than Canon than with the overheating. You don't need oven gloves to hold the camera.
This is true.
Have you
This
seen
is
some
true.
people have been like actually putting the camera in their fridge and freezer to cool it down? I think it's brilliant.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although we got
Bad
cool.
times.
No, we didn't make a note of this, but possibly 2 new cameras coming out by the end of the year.
Oh, really?
I've told you this. So we're shooting this on 3 lovely little Canon M50s.
That are probably about to.
They're about to die, so I'm gonna make it quick. Canon M50 Mark II and Canon M7, which is their new M mirrorless line flagship, to be announced at the end of August.
I'm so excited.
Buzzing. Uncropped 4K, dual card slots, IBIS, dual pixel autofocus 2.
Love it.
I love it. 4K at 60 as well. So, hello guys, welcome back to the Young Broke Musicians podcast with Timon and Pumbaa.
Hey! Timon and Pumbaa, I love that.
We were chatting the other night, just saying like, we should introduce each other under silly names. So,
Yeah.
Timon and Pumbaa. I'm Pumbaa because I'm Porky. So, yeah, we just heard Roxy's lovely song, Country Girl.
Country girl.
It's my jam.
Yeah, I like it. It's quite country.
But I really love that song. One reason I love that song is because you actually sung it. You sung it. You recorded it live. Now, I was listening
Here
to...
we go.
I was having a little rant. I'm going to have a little rant, let off some steam, and I hope you agree. If
Yep.
not, it's all good.
Yep.
So I was listening to some Eminem, bit of a guilty pleasure.
Right.
I was listening to his album Kamikaze, where he basically like had a dig and called out loads of people who've like mumble rappers. He
Mhm.
called out mumble rappers. Though if you don't know what mumble rap is, it's somehow become a genre of rap where you barely say any words or you mumble it so that it's so inaudible or the lyrics don't make sense. And apparently it's a genre now. And those artists,
Pointless.
like, you know, like Lil Pump, Lil Wayne and all those Lils are just like Lils, yeah, are just making millions of
Mumbling.
mumbling. And Eminem called them out. This was a while back, but it sort of got me thinking, because Eminem, lyrical genius. He is known for, he writes every bit of his. He doesn't use ghostwriters, Jake Paul and Rice Gum. And and he works hard. And the fact that people are making millions off of just mumbling.
Yeah.
And it made me think, it sucks because even more for like established artists, but up and coming artists, unknown artists who work really, really bloody hard.
Yeah.
To write songs, to sing live, 3 or 4 times a week, and for hours, and they're actually singing and not mumbling, and that recognition ain't there, which led me on to lip syncing and miming on stage.
Oh,
what's your thoughts?
What are my thoughts?
What's your thoughts?
Okay,
let's talk about it.
Don't want to talk about it. So the one thing that comes up for me is Cheryl Cole on X Factor. Cheryl Cole.
It's just the irony, really, isn't it?
They basically, I think they played the wrong track. So when I say the wrong track, there is like a track where it's like a backing track so that she can sing to it live and all that kind of stuff. And then there is a vocal track, so they play it where she sings.
She basically mimes.
She mimes over it, yeah. So I think they played the wrong track, and she basically said that her microphone wasn't on, but you could hear her breathing. Now, my issue is I understand that there are certain artists like Lady Gaga, like kind of like Cheryl Cole, people who, and Dua Lipa, who kind of go to town on their dancing.
They do. Dua Lipa's dancing though.
Ariana Grande as well.
She's become a meme. She's actually memed her own merch.
Has she?
Because it became a meme, and there was like loads of compilation videos of her really badly dancing.
Oh.
Like there was like clips of her just going like that, but all out of time with her backing dancers.
Oh.
So she decided to make it into merch, which I thought was brilliant.
Good girl.
Owning the meme.
Good girl. I love that.
I'd love to become a meme.
You are a meme.
I am a meme.
You are a meme. So I think for me, I understand that it's about a show as well, and that you want to make sure that people are sort of enjoying the show as well as
they're getting value from it.
Yeah. And it's not just like Adele where she stands there and sings. I mean, Adele in her own right, she has every single right in the world. That's a performance,
but not a show. It's not a production.
It's not a production, exactly. It's not like Coldplay where they're running about the stage every 5 seconds and jumping and doing all that kind of stuff.
Big up to Tomic. It's not a Take That gig.
And love Tomic.
Legend.
And basically for me, if you're going to do that, that's great, but do it in the middle 8. Do it in an instrumental. In an instrumental, and just like music, singing should be one of the main focus things. You're famous for singing.
That's where my gripe is, that we work so hard to, I don't work to get that big break, to like sing to millions. I work hard because I enjoy it, because my hobby has now become my job. Yeah, and I work hard for that. But if I was in the mindset of working for, oh yes, I need this record deal, I want to play to millions, I want to tour around the world, and then you get that opportunity, and then once you've got it, you lip sync or mime or just really rely on the backing tracks. I know it sounds bad, I couldn't really live with it.
No, I couldn't.
And when it comes to like lip syncing on stage and stuff, if you're ill and literally like last minute do not want to cancel a gig and you've got no voice. If I was in that position and didn't want to cancel the show and there's still there's fans there, I would just be like, yeah, I can't sing tonight. You can I'm going to carry on. I'm going to play, but I won't be singing. I'd be honest about it. Whereas like so many artists like Mariah Carey, Milli Vanilli, loads of other people who have just lip synced on stage their entire concert, their entire tour. Yeah. It's so bad.
Steps did it.
Steps.
My brother went to see Steps, and he
Union
said
J,
that,
when I opened for them.
See, I really struggle with this because I know Josh. I was in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang with Josh in the West End, and
it's
for me,
because they did a gig like 2 hours before.
He can really sing.
He can sing. That's the annoying thing. And unless it was just the other members who weren't comfortable with actually singing.
Maybe. Were they singing along to the backing track?
It was very heavily backing track.
Was it?
Very heavily backing track. And it's the same with JLS. They did their little reunion thing on the one show and they were all lip syncing.
Are they? See, it annoys me when you can literally see as well that they make it really obvious that they're lip syncing because they move the microwave.
The microwave.
Oh my God, they move the mic away from their face and it's literally the exact, it just...
You can tell, like when they're dancing, they move the mic away and then the line the last word carries on and the mic's down there.
Yeah.
Like, nah. Why?
Yeah, I know. Really annoying.
So that's my little rant about lip syncing.
Yeah.
Stop. unless you're ill and literally don't want to cancel a show for like 30,000 fans, but own up to it.
Yeah.
Own up to it.
This is true.
It's like, what's it called? Guns N' Roses did a gig, like this little acoustic gig for Neil Young, and it's Neil Young has this school called the Bridge Benefit School, which is for like disability children and young adults, and they get like really big acts to come and play for them. Now Axl Rose, right at the start of the gig, admitted, "Oh yeah, I've got strep throat tonight, so if my voice sounds meh, here's why. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to carry on, but I've got strep throat."
Oh,
and they played an acoustic gig, so his voice was really, really raw.
Yeah.
You could tell his voice was absolutely battered.
Shot.
Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
But he carried on, but he admitted it. If he didn't, and you don't have that context, then it just makes it harder to deal with.
Do you know what I really love? A band that I really love is Muse.
Love Muse. They've been caught lip syncing.
Yes, but they went to Japan. Japan told them that the Japanese TV show that they were on, they told them, I showed it to you, yeah. They told them that they had to mime. And Matt Bellamy was like, no, I don't want to do that. And they were like, I'm sorry, but if you're going to be on here, then that's what you got to do.
It's like Top of the Pops, isn't it?
Yeah. So basically, I love this. They all swapped round. So Matt Bellamy went on drums. So the singer went on drums, and then the bassist went on guitar. And
Iron Maiden did that.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
But they did it halfway through the song. So they were like, when they were like doing a guitar solo, the drummer was stopping with the guitarist, high-fiving during a guitar solo was playing.
That's exactly what happened with Matt Bellamy was like during the drum solo part, Matt Bellamy had his hands up with the sticks in the air, and he was like, yeah, let's do this. And basically everyone was like, how is the drums still playing? Like, it's quite funny.
I love that.
So yeah, he did that. I loved that. I thought that was brilliant.
Nirvana have also done that.
Have they?
Their situation was different. They had the backing track playing, but the mic was live.
Okay.
So they were meant to play Smells Like Teen Spirit, which is like a proper angry, throaty song. And he did it in like an opera style. He was like, load up on guns. It was hilarious. And when the guitar was playing, he was just standing there with the guitar hanging from his shoulders and had the mic just like cupping the mic. The bass player was just spinning round in circles. The bass was like up his head and everything.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Dave Grohl, the drummer, was just spinning round on the drum stool.
That's so funny.
It's genius.
Love that.
And then to top it off, when he started playing guitar, he was literally just going like that, and then just like going up and down the neck like that.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Legend.
That's brilliant.
Did you lose your phone under the big squishy cushions?
Under my cushion.
What do you think of the new setup, guys? We got sofas today instead of bar stools.
We really loved the sofas in last episode, so we decided to go for this one. We're at London Road Studios today, aren't we?
We is.
Shout out to Rich and London Road and everyone.
Masky and Max and Kieran.
Yeah.
Absolute G's.
Yeah, absolute legends. Thank you so much for letting us use your space.
Yeah, we might be in a different room next week.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
Well, next week technically will be when we go to Brighton.
Oh yeah, but we've got Lumley.
But we've got Daniel Lumley coming on, everyone.
Daniel Lumley.
So for those of you who don't know Daniel, he is an incredible musician on the local scene. We love him. He is adorable. Like one of the loveliest people ever, isn't he? He is.
He needs to get a diary though. The amount of gigs that I've covered for that guy, honestly, he's like, oh mate, are you, he sends me voice messages. He doesn't type, he does voice messages. He's like, oh, you're right, mate. I've just realised I'm meant to be playing at like Toonbury Farm or something, and I've just realised I'm like double booked. Can you cover me? Like, and this is like an hour before the gig, and I'm like, I got you.
Yeah.
I love him.
It was funny when we were actually double booked on the same night, but I was booked the year before.
Yeah.
Like a year in advance, and then I was like, am I still playing tonight? And they're like, no, Daniel is. And I'm like, no, I've been booked in for like a year. And they were like, oh. And then they called Daniel up, and Daniel messaged me, like, it's all good, like you take a gig.
So I got booked for what I thought was going to be Toonbury Farm.
Yeah.
He got booked for what he thought was The View. So I turned up, he turned up at his place. This was both the same day.
Yeah. They
didn't tell us we were meant to be playing at opposite places.
Oh.
So Daniel turned up at The View and was meant to be at Toonbury Farm. So we were like hella confused. We were like ringing each other like, are we both in the wrong place. Like, it was so strange. It all worked out. I mean, we still got paid, we still did the gig, but we just did it at the wrong venues.
Yeah. Oh, love it.
him.
Love him. So we've got some really exciting guests coming up, haven't we?
We do.
Daniel Lumley booked in. We've got Georgia Nevada.
Keeping it country.
Booked in.
Melanie Quinn.
Melanie Quinn. Oh,
your favourite one.
Lee Smith is
Smith.
coming on. So for those of you who don't know who Lee is, like, I'm surprised that you don't know who he is. He is the king of networking. He's the king of networking. He's a magician.
An author.
He's an author. He's got a book out that helps anybody who wants to start a business. So for those of you who really want to start your own business, even if it's in music and photography like us, or if it's anything really, this book is amazing. So
and he's performed for a particular person as well.
He's performed for
someone,
the president of the United States of America.
We won't say which one, we'll let him explain, but he's performed for a president.
He's performed for some really high class people, and I'm not surprised, because he really is one of the highest class of people in the world.
He's going to be my favourite because he likes the Titanic conspiracy theories like me. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I'm open to the truth not being the truth.
Yeah.
And he put a post out about Titanic and something he I can't remember if he'd seen like a model replica or had started to make one. I don't know what it was, but he posted about the Titanic, and I was like, oh my God, you're like the only person I know who's obsessed with the Titanic story as much as I am.
Yeah.
And the conspiracy theories about it. And
Connor's going to have
an
absolute field day with Lee. I feel like I'm just going to sit in the corner and just... I'll be like, so Lee, tell us about your book. He's like, shush,
so
Roxy,
yeah, the iceberg wasn't real. It wasn't an iceberg. It was a submarine or something. No. Who else? We got 2 pods that day. We got Lee. Who's the other person? Mel. Yeah, Mel.
We've said Mel.
Sophie Rose.
Yeah, Sophie Rose Middleton, who is amazingly beautiful in every single way possible. She's also a fellow photographer.
Woo.
Yeah.
We can know, what camera does she use?
Oh, this is the question.
Oh.
We'll have to grill her about that.
This could be either she's sitting on the sofa or she's
sitting on the floor.
Or she's sitting on the floor.
Outside.
Yeah, we'll have headphones for that episode. No, if it's I'll give credit to Sony because they have done well.
They've done well. They have. I mean, there's no overheating, no record time.
They've done good. So. Do we reveal our 2 big guests?
No.
Should we save them?
We're going to save. So we've got 2 extremely successful people coming onto the podcast.
Yep.
They are...
One of them is a listener of the podcast.
One of them is a listener. And can I just say, I am like... This person was one of my huge inspirations growing up.
Bet you're glad I booked this one in.
Oh, yeah. So I'm really excited about it. But yeah, we'll keep it for you guys. So we'll do an announcement on our Facebook page as well. So for those of you who aren't friends of the Facebook page, come on to the Young Broke Musicians Podcast Facebook page.
Hit like, that'd be nice.
Hit like, yeah, that would be really cool. And on Instagram as well.
Yeah. And speaking of Instagram, we got both of these ones we booked through Instagram. So we got Welsh's finest export, who loves a drink. We won't reveal her name, but she's done me a solid. If you follow the YouTube channel of watched previous episodes, we've spoken about her before in was it episode 3? Yeah, it was episode 3.
God, your memory's so good, it's unreal.
I edit, so I know, it's ingrained in me.
Yeah,
it's ingrained.
Yeah.
So it sticks. But yeah, we spoke about this person before. So if you fancy listening back to episode 3, you'll be able to find out.
Yeah, go try and see if you can figure out who these guests are.
Yeah.
This is exciting, Connor.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's exciting. Oh dear.
What else you got on your phone?
On my phone. Oh, I wanted to talk about Lana Del Rey.
I love Lana Del Rey.
I love Lana Del Rey.
She had a thing with Axl Rose.
She did indeed. She did indeed.
Fair play. I mean, Axl Rose is like 50, but fair.
So Lana Del Rey has fallen into a little bit of deep water. Now, this was in May. However, we didn't get to speak about it.
Nope.
No.
Coronavirus.
So basically, it's a little bit sad, actually, I think.
It's a shame.
This came under quite heavy scrutiny for a post that she posted, basically saying that she finds it extremely upsetting and annoying and disappointing that she gets she's under a lot of scrutiny and what is the actual word? She gets crucified and accused of glamorizing abuse with her songs. Now,
I mean, her lyrics and songs are pretty dark in general, aren't they?
I just think
like, what's her first album called? Born to Die.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty deep.
I mean, Kiss Me Hard Before You Go, Summertime Sadness. I just wanted you to know, the baby, you're the best. I mean, I don't think that's really sort of...
Not too dark. I mean, the title...
No.
I mean, Born to Die is a pretty dark title, but lyrical content-wise...
Summertime Sadness is about sad. It's a bit sad. However, she... And I can actually say I kind of agree with her about this. There are certain artists with certain songs that I'm just like, that shouldn't exist at all.
No. It's a shame when a song gets really, really praised... gets number one, gets streamed, gets all the publicity, all the interviews and stuff. But when you actually dig deep into the lyrics, it's not actually a very PG song. It's not very empowering, is it?
No, it's not.
Which sucks.
So she basically has an issue with people like Ariana Grande, Camila Cabello, Cardi B, Kehlani, Nicki Minaj, and Beyonce.
Still upsets me that Nicki Minaj is a classically trained singer.
I know. It's okay.
It's not. It's not. It's not okay.
Basically, she's annoyed that these songs are about being sexy, wearing no clothes, basically sex, and cheating. She gets annoyed that these are number ones and they're being praised for all of that when
no song should be praised that encourages cheating.
Okay, so Ariana Grande, is it called Boyfriend?
Boyfriend.
So basically the lyrics are, break up with your boyfriend, break up because I'm bored.
Nah.
No, break up with your girlfriend, isn't it?
Break up with your girlfriend.
Break up with your girlfriend.
Sam Fender did a cover of it in Live Lounge and changed it to Boyfriend.
Yeah, that's probably where I got confused. I like Sam Fender. So I genuinely, when I heard this song, I was like, what the hell is this?
Why are people encouraging this?
Why is she okay singing this? Because it being in a relationship, you with Vic, like me with Alex, for me, I think that's the first time I've actually announced that. Okay. Being in a relationship, if somebody said to me, break up with your boyfriend because I'm bored, I'll be like,
nah, mate.
Yo, I'm going to smack you in the face.
Back off.
And if someone said that, so if a girl came up to you and went, yo, break up with your girlfriend, break up with her because I'm bored, it's like, well, you're bored because you're an absolute bellend. Like, oh my God. Like,
it's bad.
I can't get over how the production team, how management, how her and how Ariana Grande and how that got through. I mean, morals. This is why.
The thing that annoys me about it, now this might get flack, but Ariana Grande had a pretty traumatic year a few years ago.
Yes, she did.
In Manchester.
Yep.
She obviously got cast into the spotlight as a role model to young people after what happened. And then she releases a song like that, and then another song with Nicki Minaj about having fun so much that you can't walk, basically.
Having fun?
Well, keeping it PG.
Having fun so much that you can't walk.
I sound like such a toy. All right, getting dicked so hard that you can't walk.
Wow, okay, that's gone from one extreme to the next. Okay, so basically having sex.
Having sex so much that you can't walk.
Yeah.
And that got to like number 5 in the US charts.
I mean, right, so...
It's meant like so many young people listen to her.
I get that. And with that one side to side,
but side to
I
side.
get that. Like, but she doesn't say, I've been done so hard that I can't walk, right?
It is really easy to figure out after Nicki Minaj's verse, though.
Of course, but kids aren't really going to be sort of...
But
I mean, they might
she
be.
Said wrist icicle. I mean...
Oh my God, okay.
The fact that it's like a song that uses the line wrist icicle.
Wow, okay. So There are certain songs that I genuinely think should not exist. And like you said, this Ariana Grande got put into the spotlight of being a role model, and then she's singing about breaking up with your girlfriend because I'm bored. It's it's encouraging cheating. It's encouraging people to break up happy relationships. Mind you, it's not really encouraging people to break up happy relationships, because if you're in a happy relationship, you'll be like, no, mate, how about you jog on?
Yeah, do one.
So I guess, like,
here's my number, 0121 do one.
No, I don't want your number, no. I don't want to give you my name, no. It's like, no, just stop it. So I just think that Lana Del Rey has got a point.
She has, without a doubt.
Without a doubt. And I get it. I get her frustration, purely because me as a musician, I don't wear sort of revealing things.
Nope.
My songs are definitely not about Ariana Grande's stuff or Nicki Minaj's stuff. So I think, you can do it in a tasteful way. If I'm honest, I think Beyonce does a really great job.
Little Mix as well.
Little Mix do a really good job, although some of their outfits have been a bit questionable.
They have taken flack for their outfits, that they said it was very skimpy and gimmicky and wasn't needed.
Yeah.
I think that was when they were even still in X Factor. But
yeah. But they're
trying to deliver a message.
I agree. So Lana Del Rey came under fire because she sort of called these people out. But I get it. I get the frustration, because for those artists who are doing it purely for the love of music and for the actual art of it, rather than prancing around in your underwear on stage, which some people do that really well. Lady Gaga, I adore Lady Gaga. I worship her. I think she's amazing.
She's a legend.
Her stuff when she did Star is Born.
Star is Born.
I think that's probably one of my favourites. My favourite kind of element of her.
Like that, I would buy her album.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like Born This Way and Alejandro and all of that kind of stuff. That was that was my jam. Poker Face. Didn't
like Telephone.
I didn't mind Telephone.
No,
I think her and Beyonce really pulled
Bad
that off
Romance
together.
Is still my jam.
Oh my god, I love
Bad
that
Romance.
song. And what's the Poison one?
Britney Spears.
No.
Free Britney.
Free Britney.
Free Britney.
Yeah.
That's not even a joke. Free Britney.
I can't remember the Poison one now.
What was it?
Paparazzi.
Paparazzi, that's a tune.
That is a tune. And if you listen to the lyrics in that, it's a real dark, like a...
Lady Gaga Poison song. Yeah, it's just called Poison.
Is it?
Yeah. Lady Gaga Poison featuring Beyonce. It's from a art pop album.
Okay. So I think, have we got anything else that we need to talk about on this podcast?
You got notes?
Because we are running out of time. I've told everybody about my hamster. Oh, by the way, she's called Millie. Millie McKinnon, because after Peter McKinnon.
Legend.
So.
Oh, speaking of Peter McKinnon.
Right.
So, scrolling through a little bit of Twitter the other night.
Yeah.
And Peter McKinnon posted a tweet. So, TMZ or BuzzFeed were basically advertising this photography course.
Right.
And they'd used his image without permission. Now, let me find the tweet. I'll throw it up on the screen when I'm editing. Where's it gone? Peter McKinnon. And his tweet was, it was TMZ. So he put, "Hey, TMZ, I have nothing to do with this course. Also, next time you want to use one of my photos to advertise a sponsored post, maybe just ... ask." So, this $2,595 photography masterclass just dropped to $19. I mean, if that sounds so legit, Matty, who I love Matty Haboya, we love his office.
Yeah, Matty's basically Peter McKinnon's friend, a fellow photographer.
He is. He put, "I think I took this photo. Does that mean I also get a cut?" So there's the photo.
Oh yeah,
lovely photo by Marine Lake.
Love it.
And they used it without his permission.
That's really bad.
Shame.
Really bad.
And then Marquez Brownlee, tech reviewer who shoots on massive 8K red cameras, just his videos are just perfectly exposed. I love it. He put, "I never understand the logic behind stealing like this and then sponsoring a post to share it as widely as possible. Did they not think you'd ever find out?"
I mean, it's like the Peter McKinnon bags, like the Nomatic camera bags. So there's like scam websites that basically they put them
I didn't
out.
click on one.
Yeah, you did. You bought one.
I didn't buy one, and a bag totally didn't turn up.
No.
I gave it to Mel actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't the Peter McKinnon bag that turned up.
No.
It wasn't even similar.
No, it was just a rucksack with camera dividers.
Yeah, this is true. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up here.
Yes.
Next week, I think it'll be really good for us to talk about mental health
Yes.
issues as well.
You say shoes?
Issues.
Oh, I thought you said shoes as well. I was
Mental health and shoes as well. I'm actually not wearing any shoes.
You're not wearing shoes. You've got banging socks.
I've got socks on at the minute just because I wanted to be comfortable.
Or are you technically wearing shoes because the socks have got Uggs on them?
Yeah. So basically, they're like
Shoeception.
little Ugg socks.
They're
I
pretty
like
cool.
it. They're awesome.
They do look comfy.
So thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
If you want to find out any more about our other episodes, you can find them all on YouTube, on Spotify,
You can.
on Apple Podcasts.
Nicely done.
And also if you want to try and suss out who you think our special guests are, comment below because it would be really awesome.
That would be really sick.
And also comment below on who you would also like to get on the podcast.
Yeah, we've got like 7 or 8 guests lined up and it's really sick.
Yeah.
Also, our podcast, somehow this famous person who we have coming on the podcast, who discovered the podcast by getting it recommended. So if you want to like leave a review on like iTunes or follow us on Spotify, that would be really cool.
That'd be awesome.
We'll get recommended to more famous people.
Yeah, we will.
Which will be
Thanks,
pretty sick.
guys. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I guess we will see you next week.
We
and
shall.
there is only one thing left for us to say, and that is see ya.